my kings and queens, and welcome to another edition of Brunch, a taste of Tobago. I am your host, JW Moore, also known as G Soul. And you guys are going to be kicking it with me for the next 2 hours. We have so much to talk about. As usual, I miss you, right? And I love you so much. And I thank you for being with us. I thank you for staying with us and just basically being a part of what Brunch is all about. Remember, we are here to educate, we are here to inspire, and we are also here to inform and empower you, my kings and queens, and my sons and daughters of the soil. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are live, guys. We are live on the Amplia Network 102. Facebook, and of course, YouTube. So you know where to go if you want to get us. Remember, I am just a part of the small team that makes it happen right here on Tobago Updates Television. And a pleasant good morning and a blessed day to Miss Candice Jackson, as Cans, as I like to call her. She went before me. Good morning, Tobago. And we just want to say from our family to yours, blessings, peace, love, light. You guys be safe in this weather. It's so rainy. Please be careful on the roads, my kings and queens. Now, let me just explain a bit about what's going to happen today. I know that some of you are very new to what goes on Brunch. So we have wonderful segments. We start with our good stuff segment. And of course, good stuff are those columns, literary responses and literary expressions of persons in our space who are doing wonderful and beautiful things. So first, we're going to go to the Newsday. All right. Rajesh Arjun, Samantha Joseph to show at Studio Jolie. Yes, my kings and queens. Studio Jolie will host an unusual joint exhibition featuring Rajesh Arjun and Samantha Joseph from November 4th. The exhibition will feature a blend of classically realistic scenes and quirky animal studies, a major release said. As a child, Arjun was inspired to draw through comic books and graphic novels. He found a career in sign industry and commercial and artistic graphic arts. Yes. And after 25 years of experience, he turned his interest to fine art. He was staged in several exhibitions as his work is admired for its vivid details and realism. Oh, yes. And we want to say so many blessings goes out to our young creatives that are doing amazing things in this space. Someone once told me if we did not have the creative mind and creative sector, our world would be very black, very white, or just, boring shades of gray. So thank you to our creatives who see on a different level and bring the color to us. Next, we go to The Guardian, of course. And S.I. Newton rises to breast cancer awareness challenge. Seroptimist International Newton Trinidad, or S.I. Newton, was established in November of 2010 as a volunteer organization of professional women, all working together to improve the lives of women and girls in our communities. S.I. Newton is continuously engaged in projects and providing women and girls with resources and opportunities to achieve their full potential. And the proceeds from the fundraisers fuel these projects. Got to love that, right? Empowerment all the way. I'm an advocate for that. And anything that is positive, we definitely want to bring that to the forefront. We definitely want to highlight that as well. Also, my daily express is not to be left out today. Toxic fashion. hidden industry secrets that adversely impact our oceans. Did you know that clothing often poses a threat to the ocean? No? Think a bit. Clothing is often a part of one's identity. It represents unique lifestyles, preferences, and it gives an indication of the kind of weather most commonplace in the areas where we live. Clothing can also give insight into how environmentally sensitive a community is. More and more scientists are finding bits and remains of fabric, oh yes, in places of the marine environment where no humans live. So this is something that is very insightful. It's definitely something that we want to delve into just a bit more. How is our ecosystem affected by our actions? And now it's even coming to the forefront that something as basic as our clothing, something as basic as how we choose to express ourselves is also impacting the environment. And so this is our good stuff for now. Remember, I have so much more in store for you before I take a break, because I'm going to take a break for you guys to get in the zone, and just get ready for what we have to offer today on Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. But let me just tell you about a few of the persons who are going to be visiting us today. Now, I spoke about our segments, and I just engaged you guys in the good stuff segment. Next, we have our Money Matters segment. And of course, my very, very wonderful sister, Miss Jessel Alexander, is back. And Jessel is finance coach and insurance sales agent. So get it together, guys, because she definitely knows what she's speaking about. So money matters today, options on increasing your income. I know you are wanting to embark on certain financial ventures and you may be a bit scared, and you really want to have the know-how. You really want to have a hands-on approach should you decide to go that route. So we're going to talk money matters today. We're also going to be speaking on Adina Pollard Simon, and she is the delegate for Miss International Elegance. Oh yes, mothers, we love you so much, and we thank you so much for making the choice of bringing us into this world. And we highlight the mothers who are willing to take that step and get out into the world of pageantry. So Adina Pollard is going to be speaking with us today on Brunch Taste of Tobago. Also, for our Eye on Bago segment, what I just spoke about was our grassroots segment. So grassroots segment really seeks to highlight the persons of our lovely Tobago, our lovely Trinidad, our lovely Caribbean region, who are doing wonderful things in the larger world, in the larger economy, and making an impact on humanity. So then we go to Iron Bago, Miss Abini Taylor, educator, School of Foreign Language. Anything to do with language, Abini is so synonymous with that. And we're going to speak with her on a business conference that's coming up. And we're going to touch on the journey through foreign languages. So that's something that you definitely want to look into. Also, those of you who are interested in learning another language, then you need to really sit and take in what is about to happen on Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Also, our Culture Corner cannot be left out. It is Friday and it is a wonderful day. Thank you so much to the Almighty for the rain. Thank you for the blessings that you are showering down on us. And for those of you who did not hear a positive word today, I am telling you, you are special, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And of course, our Culture Corner concludes our brunch program today because Shape Wilson joins us. And oh my, that is going to be an interesting conversation. We're going to delve in and we're going to go as far back as we can. And so you guys definitely don't want to miss what is coming up. So let me take the break. Let me let you guys get into your zone, and we will be right back with Money Matters with Jessel Alexander on Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Are you looking for a place for your loved ones? Heavenly Care welcomes you. Located at Northside Road opposite Massey Motors, we offer a variety of services. These include doctor visitations, social activities, geriatric care, and much more. Contact us at 277-9595 or visit us at Northside Road opposite Massey Motors. At Heavenly Care, compassion is at the heart of all care.
It's a different type of thing down there. Man, we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
We are back with Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. Now remember guys, when we went to the break, I indicated this is our Money Matters segment. And who better to discuss our finances, what we should be doing, where we should be going, and what we should be looking into than my first guest. Jessel Alexander joins us again. I'm so happy when Jessel is here because the conversation is so informative. It allows you to think, it allows you to reason, and that is something that we really need to touch on when thinking of finances and what we should be doing in order to be effective, note that word, effective in really handling and controlling what we do with our money. So Jessel, my sister, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I am so well, thank you. And it's always a pleasure
Thank you so
seeing
much.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
It's just a positive vibe. It just resonates whenever you're around. So I love it when you come by.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I'm blushing.
So we're
Thank you.
talking about, your income. I know that this is a very, it's a topic that is so much in the space right now
Yes.
because most people are not where they need to be.
Right.
And you constantly hear, there's so much to do, but the money just isn't there.
Yeah, it's not
I
enough.
feel like it's not coming towards me. I feel like it's moving
Good.
further away.
Yes.
I've heard it so many times in this space. But let's touch on improving our relationship with money,
I
because
love the language.
yeah, it has to be a relationship.
I love the language.
You know, so let's touch on how do we even begin on improving that relationship.
Right. So I'm glad that we are talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, we first need to recognize that there's a problem. So I'm
Right.
working for X amount of dollars and it's not cutting it. I'm no longer living paycheck to paycheck, which is either month to month or fortnightly to fortnightly. It's like I get my paycheck today and by Monday, the monies are finished.
Yes.
So once I recognize that I have a problem, then I need to do something about it.
Yes.
And this is where it can get a little bit tricky, simply because many persons know they have a problem, but somehow to take the first step to deal with it, it's an issue. There's a fear.
Yes.
Should I do it? Should I do it? Could I do it? Can I trust myself? And a lot of negative self-talk happens. But there are so many options and opportunities for all of us to make extra monies, you know.
Yes.
And the biggest thing these days is a side hustle. That thing that I do on the side, separate and apart from my primary job. So I may have a hobby. I love doing a thing. I'm passionate about the thing.
Yes.
I'm no cook, but let us say I was a cook. I like to cook. Then an option for me to make an additional income would be to start cooking and selling.
Right. Yeah.
There are people who love plants. You go to their homes and oh my goodness, the plants are flourishing and they're blooming and they look so well. You can start potting them, doing whatever you do and selling your plants.
Definitely.
You have a car. We have these local ride companies now, private ride companies, whereby persons call and you now offer a service of using your personal car to transport people. It's a job option that they have here. There are so many things that persons can do. If you would but sit and really allow yourself to think openly about what can I do? What talent do I have that I can now transform this from just a talent that benefits me to one that can bring in an income? And there are just so many options.
Yeah, there's so many.
Right? There are persons who they may be working in a particular skilled area. They have an academic backing as well. Or for consultancy. I was just talking to a friend of mine and he said, you know, he's into OSHA, safety, and he has decided that he's going to find small businesses that need that kind of service. So if we look around, I think almost everybody is blessed with some kind of talent or skill that can allow them to generate an income.
And create a service.
Correct.
Because this opens the opportunity now, because you're now a service provider as well.
That's right.
And so
That's
before you
right.
know it, your status has changed immensely.
Correct.
Yeah, but do we take the time to really sort out what our talents are? Because that's an issue as well when, you know, full adulthood
Yes.
and you don't know what you're good at.
Correct. You know, sometimes how you can know? Somebody's always saying to you, Giselle girl, you always talking about money. Why don't you? Even though I like to talk about money and all of that, use it as a form of income.
Yes.
If you can do tax returns, some people just don't like doing it at all, but they would rather pay somebody to get it done. So there is something that we all have that we can transform that into dollars. The thing about a side hustle though is that it takes your sweat. You've got to do it. And some people just don't want to do it.
The work
Yeah.
that it takes.
Correct. It takes work. It takes work. Because
work and
remember,
dedication.
you are working at a primary job already. And then you just want to now kind of boost your income. So it takes you having to do something to bring in that additional income to you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the things that I see so many persons getting involved in is content creation. They're creating, it could be speaking on any topic, any which way.
Thank you.
And they are creating content, they are finding ways to monetize
That's right.
the platforms that they
That's
use.
right.
I
That's
see
right.
this as building very, very rapidly
Correct,
in the
correct.
social media
Yep.
space.
You remember a long time, if you had a particular program to do, you would run a paper flyer
Yes.
and stick it up all over the place. Now we have these people with graphic skills and creativities. They are making these online flyers, and it spreads all over significantly
Yes, it
faster
does.
than when you had to walk around with your paper and stick it up on the lampposts and all of that. So if we really just do a little introspection and look, we will find that there are talents and skills that we have that we can use to generate income.
Definitely. And you know, we spoke on side hustles and the importance of it's not just a you know, a luxury anymore. You
Correct.
have to
It's
get out
almost a
there.
necessity.
Yeah, it's a necessity because you have to get out there and you have to do the do, as we say. But I know that the pandemic brought about so many creatives
Yes.
in this space.
Yes. It worked wonders, you know.
Yes, it opened so many
Yes,
avenues.
It did. And the other area that I wanna just mention, the side hustle requires you to do the sweat, but there's also passive income.
Right.
Passive income. That is when you have something that can bring in the income to you, but you don't have to do as much sweat anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So many persons build a home and they put 2 apartments downstairs. So the income from the rent, that's your passive income. You really don't have to do much anymore for that income to come in. You may have made some investments, bought shares, so you're now getting dividends. That is passive income. So you're not working as hard to get that income
Receive
as
that,
well.
Yeah, that financial.
Yeah.
And it's consistent. I think what people are looking for, they're looking for that consistency. They're looking for something that is continuity, something that is, you know, well, okay, I'm sure to receive this amount. I'm gonna do so, and by knowing that, because that's the issue.
Yeah.
When you have the hand to mouth thing going on, you know, there are still people who are in that boat.
Yes.
And when you have the continuity that comes with, you know, having a passive income or having a side hustle, you're better. It's clearer.
Definitely.
Your path is clearer
Definitely.
financially.
Definitely. But the thing is, when you have income from your side hustle and you have passive income, your situation doesn't change unless you start exercising discipline with that extra money.
Yes.
Because having more money doesn't mean your situation changes.
That's correct.
Because all it means is that I got more money to do the same craziness I was doing before. So that doesn't change. But in order to see the change, you've got to know discipline. And we come back to my favorite topic, budgeting.
Yes.
You have to budget the money. You have to have a plan of how I'm going to use these funds. What do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? Why am I expending all this time on a side hustle if I don't have a plan for how I want to use this money? So don't just let it be doing this. I have a purpose. What is the purpose that I feel I need to expend some extra time on an afternoon doing a particular thing to bring in an income? there has to be a plan and a purpose for the monies that are coming in.
And it's so wonderful that you're saying that. We're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with more Money Matters with my very good sister, Jessel Alexander. We'll be right back with more, guys.
Thank you.
So your car break down
Oh, no, not again.
and you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket, like free roadside assistance. That's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil, where people are people. A member of the Ansa McCall Group.
Back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Before we went to break, we were speaking on improving our income, improving that relationship that we have with our money. And Jessel Alexander is here, and we were having such a wonderful conversation during the break. So, Jessel, let's touch on investment. Now, investment is such a wonderful thing. It helps your money to grow, but we also have, because of the side hustle now, we're at a different status.
Right.
And so we may have, because everyone may or may not be disciplined. So we may have extra income. What are some of the ways that we can look into investing our money?
Okay, good. So we are making some extra monies every month or every other month, however it is. And those monies need to be put into some sort of instrument that can grow. Because we spoke about passive income, which is where you have monies that coming into you where you're not doing as much work. So the monies that we're getting from the side hustle, we can use it to invest so that we can now have passive income coming into us as well. So let's give an example. You may have a home of your own and downstairs is vacant. You can take the side hustle money, block up downstairs, where now you can get rental income. Yeah? So that's one way of having passive income coming into you. The other thing is, like, some people are into tools, specialized tools.
Right, yes.
And if you see that, okay, there's a market where people can rent your tools, again, this is a way of you having passive income. There are mutual funds, and I know many persons are not very familiar with it, but mutual funds are a good way as well of making a little higher interest than you would get in a regular savings account at your bank. Of course, you have your credit unions where you can deposit funds onto shares and you have dividends being paid to you. On the most part, dividends at the credit unions tend to be a tad bit higher than what you may get through your regular bank savings or even some of the mutual funds. Right? But the funds that you are getting from your side hustle, especially after you have taken care of all your needs, the things that you know you need to do, once you have extra, then look at investment opportunities.
Yes. Oh my
Look
gosh.
at investment opportunities so that you can now have two other sources of income, your side hustle and passive income. Yeah?
Yeah.
Takes
And you know,
discipline.
yeah, it's and the discipline, you have to really set out to be disciplined.
Definitely.
And that's the thing.
Definitely.
That is where many of us fall short.
It's mental, you know.
Yes.
You have to make a conscious decision that this is what I want to achieve. And because you see, there's so many distractions.
Yes. And things pop up. You have things that pop up.
Life is happening.
And they seem, okay, this seems like I need to take care of this. And then you go and you take care of it, and then the money's gone again. And we're back to square one.
Cycle.
Yeah, it is.
Vicious cycle. But we need to be disciplined. And also, it's time sensitive. This does not happen overnight. So we've got to be diligent.
Yeah.
We've got to recognize that it will not happen tomorrow. We've also got to realize that even if it's happening for Mr. Tom up the road and he seems to be prospering, I must not judge my success and where I am by Mr. Tom up the road. Right? So all of these are things that we need to have that self-conversation. I need to talk to myself, know where I am and what I am working towards. Take your time. Old people say one job, full bucket.
Yes.
Take your time, be diligent, discipline yourself. And then one day you'll look back and say, look where I came from.
Yeah, it's definitely a discipline ethic. It's something that you just cannot do anything without it. Especially when it comes to money. And money matters.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely discipline. And that's probably our first step. I need to be disciplined about my money. My money must not control me.
Exactly.
I'm going to be in control here. Yeah? Self-talk.
Yeah. And you know, it differs from person to person. Everyone would not have the same experiences.
Definitely.
You know, but one of the things that I have found is that when you start a family, this comes like clockwork.
It changes
It
a
changes
lot of your
the
perspective.
whole dynamic of your life.
It does.
And so you don't have a choice. You have to manage your money. You have to prioritize. And you have to have discipline. You have to budget. You know, you may have children in the household and they're like different ages. So you have a teenager, you have a preschooler, you know, so it differs in terms of needs, you know, so there's so much that needs to happen.
But having dependence really causes most people to review how they treat with money. You know, you would hear some people say, before I had children, I was spending like crazy. No. Because somebody's depending on you.
That's it. Someone else is depending on you. You know, one of the things that I felt is quite it's buzzing so much right now. You know, the online presence for passive income opportunities. And every daughter, son, auntie, nene, and everybody is doing something online.
Yes.
And again, we were sort of pushed into that form of money management because the pandemic allowed for that. It wasn't the best in most cases, but it did allow for you to really be creative and really think, okay, the one income is not going to suffice. What can I do? And that's the question. What can I do?
Especially if we're talking online, online has really opened up a massive opportunity. Massive opportunity. However, wherever there are opportunities, you would also find some downfalls. Because the very same online, there are all sorts of creative schemes that persons put out there to lure us, knowing that we want additional income,
Yes.
right? So research is important whenever you're looking at using the online platform as a form of getting income. Now, if you're doing the traditional thing, a lot of the teachers offer their classes now online, and that's safe. That's very, very safe. But there are also some other opportunities that are offered online, and we need to be careful. Sometimes we are so desperate in our situation that we act without proper knowledge. We don't have all the information, and then instead of actually gaining additional income, you end up losing. So we need to be careful when we look at online. Look for the positives that we can definitely generate the income, but also be aware that there are schemes out there that can take away from you instead of adding.
and lure you, because it's so attractive. It sounds so, so good,
glamour.
like, yeah, if I could get in on this, yes, and then it's like totally the opposite when you do get involved.
Very correct. So it's about research. It's and the other thing too is patience. Don't want everything to happen now. We need to be patient. Take time.
That's the other thing, patience.
Yeah, gotta be patient.
Wanting
it can
it
happen.
wanting it very quickly and wanting it all at once. And that is what the schemes, that is what they cling to.
Definitely.
Because they would know, of your interest.
That's
they would
right.
know that, okay, they would know what questions that they should ask you, and what scenario to pose to you. And they feed on, I like the word, when you're desperate, they feed on that desperation. So it's so important to have that research done. It's so important.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I think the average person, do your side hustle. Do it. But just be very mindful of having a proper plan. When the monies start coming in, have a proper plan for what you want to achieve with it.
Yeah. And what about investments with regards to insurance policies? Can we just touch on that really quickly?
So the thing is, insurance is one of those tools that actually deals with managing your financial risks. And all of us are exposed to financial risks. So with insurance, it is one of the ways that you can use to mitigate against some of the very large risks that we can be exposed to. And these risks usually have to do with our person.
Right.
So you look at situations where a breadwinner is no longer here. Your family can suffer financially because of the fact that a breadwinner is not here. So one of the ways to assist with that is by the breadwinner having insurance on him or herself, right? Because the other thing is, do we have crystal balls that would say, this is going to happen to us tomorrow?
No, we don't. Yeah.
Right? So because we don't know that, what if this happens? What if that happens? These are the questions that insurance and having insurance can answer. We would know persons who have gotten very, very ill, and sickness has now become a financial issue.
Oh, yes.
A financial issue. It's either I have the money to treat myself or I don't have the money to treat myself. And most persons, because we have a job, because we have a side hustle, because we're trying to get passive income, most people really don't have the kinds of monies put aside to treat with sickness, disease, disabilities. Most people do not. And if you know that you don't have the money sitting there just in the event, then one of the best ways to treat with it is by getting yourself some insurance. That while you're building your empire and you're doing this and you're doing that, trying to self-actualize, and some sickness happens, what would be your situation? Do you want to now have to take the same money that you was trying to build your empire to pay for sickness? Or would you just prefer to know that there's an insurance plan in place to treat with that?
Definitely.
Even persons who are building homes and renting, and you're now doing it as a business and you have villas and so forth, insure it. We like to say God is a Trinity, but hurricanes do pass now and then. One hurricane can destroy your whole business.
Yes.
Do you have funds put aside to just rebuild? So insurance takes care of the risks that we are exposed to, but it can only do that if we take the time to put it in place.
Definitely. And it's always a pleasure having
Thank
you.
you.
We are so thankful for the information.
Much
It's one of the reasons
appreciated.
I love doing this show.
Much appreciated.
So from our family to yours, of course,
you.
blessings and peace,
Appreciate it.
and also success in whatever you
Thank
endeavor to do.
you.
So receive.
I receive all of it. Thank you so much. Take
You're
care.
most
Have a
welcome.
beautiful day.
You as well,
Thank
my
you.
darling. And we're going to take a break, and we're going to be right back with more Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. But there is this trivia question that is so phenomenal. It speaks to my heart today, guys. There was a famous devil masquerader in Tobago in days of old. What was the name of the first black devil in Tobago? We want to see what you come up with. We're going to take a break, and we're going to be right back with more Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Adina Pollard Simmons joins us, Miss International Elegant Mother's Day Pageant. So you guys don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive Collection. Now exclusively available at Standard.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Mamai Lakai Home Services. We specialize in cleaning of carpets and rugs, mattresses, living room and dining room sets, vehicle detailing, cleaning and sanitizing of homes and commercial spaces. We also do landscaping and tree cutting, pressure and power washing, floor care, fumigating and air purifying. You can also call us for professional painting services, babysitting and adult sitting. Call us now 333-4430 at Mamai Lakai Home Services. We take cleaning to another level.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Now, I told you guys there is so much that happens on the set. The guests that come in and sit with me, you know, it's from so many layers of the fabric of our island, of our region, of our country. And that is one of the reasons that I love doing this show. Now, my next guest speaks to that. I have been looking on and following for a while at what this young lady has been doing in the space. Education. You know, I always talk about that. Education, foreign languages, business, motivational speaker if you need it. She can do it all. Abini Taylor joins us on the Brunch set. Abini, good morning to you.
Muy buenos días, bonjour.
Yes, yes, and there she goes with all the poise and all the grace and all the beauty that comes with it. You know, and it speaks so candidly to you because this is you, this is who you are.
Oh, yes.
This is what you exude.
Yes.
Ain't no pretending with you.
Have no time to.
Yes, this is what you exude. This is who you are. And we love the fact that you're always willing to go that extra step and just, even if it's just to assist someone.
Oh, yes.
It's a lovely, lovely, lovely characteristic to have. Yeah? So tell us what's going on.
Okay, so most persons already know me. I am an educator by profession. And recent times, we figure probably about 5, 6, 7 years, I have become an entrepreneur, a businesswoman. I call myself an entrepreneur, but then I have branched out into so many different businesses that I'm just categorized as a business person who still teaches in the government system. Because I feel as though remaining in teaching has been my foundation. It's something that I love. It doesn't feel like work. And that's why I can't let it go just like that.
Yes.
So what is really brewing right now is my second business conference, which should be held on December the 2nd at the Avocado Lounge at the Mount Pleasant in Tobago at Le Chateau. And I see it fit that I could help my brothers and sisters in Trinbago to develop or to grow or even start their new business idea and to fill a niche that is probably missing for you to focus. Persons will be like, what is there remaining to be done? What has been left for me to do in the business world? And when you come to that event, I'm going to show persons how we have to navigate or rather tweak or thinking to fill those niches. That's really my goal, to help my brothers and sisters.
So how did you come up with this initiative? Is it that you saw a need for persons to be educated?
I would think so, because so many persons will message me with regard to, Abini, how do you do it? How are you so extraordinary? What I say, you just said it there. Extraordinary. That's just ordinary people going the extra mile.
There you go.
Sometimes we don't like to go the extra mile, but if you want to be separated or you want to separate the sheep from the goats, as we would say, you got to do the extra. You got to do what is extra, and you need to do it with some sort of calculated thinking. You can't just do it because it's a risk. Business is risk. No, you got to make calculated risks. And that is what I really want to assist persons in with this venture.
What about discipline? Because that word comes up a lot.
Right. Whatever you commit to will come to pass. I always tell people, because I am very God-fearing, and I will tell people, you got to have faith, yes, but we all know that faith without works is dead. You must put in the work. You must stay committed. With everything, consistency is key. You may be cooking food today, the food might not taste good, but you keep on cooking. You keep on doing what you're going to do. It's going to improve. So you must stay disciplined when you focus on the results. You know, if I stick to this, I will do better. If I stick to this, I will get better. And I always remind people that mind your business and your business go mind you. If you catch what I just say, if you just catch that.
Catch the height. Catch the height.
I always say that. So you will become so disciplined when you realize it's working for you. When you know this thing is happening and it's happening so happily and so easily, and it becomes effortlessly, you wouldn't stop.
Yes.
That would actually keep you disciplined.
Exactly. And you develop, there must be love for what you do.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, you gotta love it.
Definitely. And as I mentioned, I am God-fearing. I tend to focus on God first, and everything else falls into place.
Yes.
Yes, we want the money because we need money to survive, which is true. You need it. But when you focus on the passion, or you focus on you actually trying to help someone get better, whether it be a client, customers, whoever, you would see how things are going to multiply for you.
Yes,
always.
definitely.
Always. I am a firm and avid believer of that.
Yeah. And it's all about, I think, cleaning. I always say clean out the clutter, because the Almighty has a way of speaking to us.
Oh, he speaks to everyone, actually. We need to listen.
Some of us don't hear him. Some of us don't listen because we have so many things that are cluttering.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Yes, and it's so messy. It's too much. It's a whole vibe, as I like to say. And I'm saying with the pandemic, because it always brings me back to that.
Oh, wow.
You were forced, well, I don't know about many people, but for me, you had to just take the time and let your thoughts take you where you needed to be. And in doing so, things become a bit clearer. You're a bit more focused on one thing, as opposed to just in a whirlwind of unnecessary mess. Yeah?
Yes, I come in agreement, because I would say it's during the pandemic where I really had a jump in my business. I will not even lie. I remember that day I was in FCB for First Citizens Bank, and Dr. Rowley was making the announcement that school is going to be closed for another week. I know I mainly did classes, so I was like, oh my God, I don't know anything about online, but I'm going to force to learn it. So I was forced to adapt, forced to now follow or conform to the new norm. And I think a lot of persons did not do that.
Right.
And that is what probably would have kept persons a bit back. It's not a competition, it's not a race, so let me make that clear. But I am a firm believer that if you can push through any storm or any mess, man, nothing can stop you when you continue to push through. I am a living testimony of that, because I have been through so much in my life. I think I can write a book now, actually, that when I tell my closest friends what I've been through, they're like, Abina, you were doing that on your own? I'm like, yeah, back in the days you did. But once you push through, the mess, man, the glory that is at the end of the tunnel, you will have no other choice than to give thanks.
Yeah, pushing through the mess. and it's also a choice, because sometimes you choose to not push through the mess, and then you're just at one stage.
But we're humans.
Yes.
So I tell my friends or people around me, feel your feeling. Feel it. You're human, but don't dwell in it.
Yes.
Push through. Don't dwell at all in any aspect of your life. And we all face battles. Some persons face battles that we say nothing about. Feel your feeling, because you're human, but cut and go through.
Yeah.
Push through that. That is what keeps me going. And of course, pray.
Yes. And another thing that I really, really wanted to touch on, we need to not have that yearning for validation from our fellow men and women. Because it just does not come from there.
It does not. And if you seek that and they don't validate you, you'll be broken.
Yes.
I have learned that very early in my career, because I want to be the best. I want to ensure to not disappoint. Because the institution which I would have started teaching, I came from that institution. I want to ensure that I make them proud. And
that's right.
From the time you disappoint them and then they start to treat you that way, you'll be like, oh my God, I'm dying. No. You know what you bring to the table, or you create the table, and you start to work on you. And when you work on you, or you focus on you, the focus becomes you.
Yes. I love the way the focus becomes you. Maybe we should patent that. What do you think? Put it on a t-shirt.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Focus on you until the focus becomes you. It's kind of like...
Or let the focus become you.
Yes,
you know?
if it is, because we all want at some point that person see your good works and be like, I really appreciate your life. I appreciate your existence.
Yes.
So we don't really go into something to hear that, but just focus on what you are doing. Be the best at what you are doing. Pray, commit everything to what I believe in. That commit things to Him, and He will establish them and will make more of it.
Definitely. So just tell us a bit, let's just go back to the conference. date, venue.
Yes.
Let's just touch there
It is
again.
on the 2nd of December. It's a Saturday between 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. It is a business conference. It is $400. It is all inclusive with regard to getting food and drink, and I will be there. It will be exclusively hosted by me. Persons come with their questions. I have an entire agenda that I want to put on everyone for them to follow. Tips and tricks to see them grow and excel in their business.
Okay. And how do we find you?
Oh, on Facebook, my name is Abeni Taylor, pronounced as A-B-E-N-I Taylor. You can find me on WhatsApp as well, 735-0060. Oh, yes, it's hosted at the Avocado Lounge at Le Chateau in Mount Pleasant, Tobago.
Right. So, this brings me to my next question. And I've been dying to ask you this. Normally, you have something that you want to leave as a positive word or something that you want to resonate with the people watching or the viewers who are, experiencing what we are experiencing right here on the brunch set. What would you say to our viewers today if you had to inspire someone?
There's a plethora of things in my mind that I can see. A plethora, like, I don't want to start to cry, but...
Yeah. You can cry. We have tissue.
Oh, yeah, but I have on makeup. I'm joking. Okay. Focus. Pray. Pray, pray, pray. You cannot do anything without prayer. Stay focused, get a plan. Sometimes you don't always follow a plan, but always have like a plan B or plan C. But most times when you pray and commit it to God, you don't need a plan B and plan C. Be slow to anger. Be patient. Love yourself. Love what you do. Appreciate every single obstacle in your way, because those obstacles are going to actually make the destination sweeter. I'm telling you, because we all face obstacles. We all have hard times. We just don't dwell in it. Feel your feeling, cut and go through, and be you. Be your best you. And I think that's what I'm going to say.
I think you touched on everything in those few lines. But one of the things that I always wondered about you, foreign languages. Let's face it, you're a boss.
Oh, merci beaucoup. Merci mille fois.
B-O-S-S, boss all the way. And it's capitalized and hyphenated as well, because I mean that so much when I'm speaking with you. Yeah?
Appreciate that.
What got you involved with linguistics?
Well, I think it probably started when I was at preschool. I went to the People's Pentecostal preschool, but Smithfield Kindergarten.
Smithfield.
Yes, and I can remember for graduation, we had to sing a song in Spanish, and I was the lead. So the song was, "You can count in Spanish, you just need a friend. Count with me, and you will see that's what friends are for." So I don't know if it started there. The seed was actually planted there, because I believe in seeds.
Yes.
You're right? So I don't know if it started there, and I went off to Bishop's High School. I went to Scabramath, then went to Bishop's High, and I had a really good teacher in first form, Mr. Kershon Cornwall. He stood out from the rest of the teachers.
Right.
I can remember getting 92% in Spanish and placing third. Those times we used to place people first, second, third, go ahead. And he made Spanish fun throughout. Please note, I did biology, chemistry, and physics because I was supposed to be the family's doctor. I always talk about this.
Yes.
But getting to fifth form, sixth form, and falling more and more in love with French and Spanish, I just went on and literally, I think sometimes it chose me because it felt too easy.
I think so.
It felt too easy doing all of this. So yes, that is how it really started. I think the real love started at the Bishop's High. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and wink, wink. You guys saw the wink? Because I think it gels. And it has to, in order for you to be effective at it, in order for you to be successful at it. And linguistics is becoming so important.
Yes, but you have to be careful with the expression linguistics, Because some persons will say linguistics, that's a study of the language, break it up into the phonology and all those.
Go into all that.
And that's actually more difficult than adapting to the foreign language learning. Yes, because I used to say linguistics too, foreign language linguistics, foreign linguistics. But a linguistic person will correct me and be like, linguistics is the study of the language. You break it down, break down the noun, the this, the that, phonology. I can't even remember some of the expressions, but yes. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it's that kind of day.
Yes.
But you know what? We are thankful.
Always.
We are always thankful.
CM play toujours. Always.
Yes, always thankful. So it's Abeni?
A Nigerian man told me that some years ago my name is Abeni, but
Right.
I've grown up here in Abeni, yes.
Okay. So, we just want to wish you so much blessings
Gracias.
as you go forward.
Thank you.
And success. Oh my gosh.
Thank
I love
you.
it when my young people are doing wonderful things.
I receive.
And it was a pleasure having you. Yes?
Yes, I receive.
So we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch of A Taste of Tobago. But before we do that, our trivia question for today. What is the name of the first black devil in Tobago? Our answer when we return with Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. See you guys soon.
Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates. Real questions and honest conversations with the sole aim of keeping you fully in the know. Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates.
Wait, I do even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them thing?
Gonna put my right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Port Mall. But here now, I'm going to our wedding. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom, fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments, complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
That's a catchy beat, eh? I'm thinking about writing a song to that beat. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments. Let me know if I should. We are back with Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. Of course, our Culture Corner, one of the segments that I really look forward to, is up next. It's Friday. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Thank you for the rain, my Lord God Jehovah. Thank you for the rain. And, it gives me so much pleasure. I've been waiting to really just have a sit down, really just have a chat with my next guest. Now, music If music be the food of love, play on. Yeah? And this guest of mine speaks so candidly to that. Musician, composer, arranger, does it all, everything you can think about. This guest has done it. Mr. Kashif Wilson, my brother from another mother, joins us today on the brunch set. It's okay, Wilson.
Hey, morning,
what's going on?
Morning, John, morning to Tobago and to the rest of the world.
I am so pleased to have you. I know that so much has been going on. I know that you have been venturing into so many new domains where art and culture is concerned. Tell me, what is it that keeps you so much involved in art and culture?
Well, first of all, if I must say, what keeps me involved? Part of what keeps me involved is my love for music.
Yes.
I love music a lot. People usually ask me, Kashif, what is your first love? And I usually say cricket. Right? But when I really think about it, my father was a musician.
Right.
A great musician, if I should say. I must say. I believe music was always inside of me. Even from in my mother's womb.
Yes.
Music was always inside of me. So I think music, just the love of music on a whole is what keeps me going.
Yeah.
And wanting to become better every single time.
How did it start for you? Did you always want to be a musician?
No. No, I don't. I wanted to be a famous cricketer.
Right.
I love cricket. Branagh, I'm Branagh's biggest fan.
Right.
One day, I was like 14, 15, and I heard music playing one day. I would always be in the band room with Daddy and Mommy. Mommy would sing, Daddy would play. Always in the band room, from small running around.
Yes.
My aim wasn't to go and listen to music, was always to play with the other children that would be around. And one day I was home. I was listening to a lot of rap music, always on the block with them boys, you know what I mean?
That genre, yes.
And I heard music coming from on the step by my uncle. So I went. And when I went, I saw it was my father sitting down playing acoustic guitar.
Right.
Life changed after that.
That is where it
all began right there. I stopped listening to rap music and was more focused on playing the guitar. I borrowed a guitar from Vernell Wilson. That was my sister's best friend in high school. She went to Bishop's.
Right.
I borrowed her guitar and that was it after.
So you became so much more involved in not just hearing, but creating.
Correct?
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
And it started right there. And you see, that's the thing. That's the thing about your environment and how it really plays a part in where you choose.
Definitely.
Because sometimes it affects you negatively or it affects you positively.
Correct.
Either way, you choose a path.
Correct.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So in terms of music, what was it like for you being a young musician and attending school? What was that like? Let's talk about that.
Well, first of all, that was hard.
Yes.
It was hard.
Had to be.
Because at that time, my peers would have been into rap music, into a certain style of music.
Right.
Playing an instrument was like something to be laughed at that point in time.
Oh my.
So I would be in school with my guitar walking around and they will laugh. They would call me Guitar Boy, some kind of name.
Yeah.
Santana, some kind of name they would call me. And at that time it never bothered me. I knew what I was doing. I knew how I was doing with my instrument. So it never really bothered me. Mr. Pip was one person who always told me, Kashif, no, study that, you just practice. He actually gave me a guitar, go practice. Because I think at that time he saw the potential, that I would have possessed. So, Yeah, and that was it. It was bad, but eventually, after coming out of school,
Right.
and doing certain things,
Yes, Kachi.
my same peers would call me, like one recently called me and asked me, could you play in my wedding? And I laughed, you know?
That took you back. That had to take you back. Yeah.
It was funny. It was very funny, you know. So but I mean, everybody was young at the time, you know. With age brings wisdom for some. So I guess that was just at that time.
Yeah. You know, one of my fondest, I have to say, not just a memory, but an experience that I had while you were playing, scouting for talent. Now listen, I was not one of the persons who would have experienced a live guitar, live rock and roll style, you know, that American top 40s kind of era, you know, with Van Halen and bands like those.
Yeah.
I never experienced it in person. So when your name was called, and this is something that is etched in my memory forever and ever, I would never forget. You were dressed in a black suit, you were wearing a red shirt.
Yeah.
Scouting for Talent, Golden Star.
Yeah, that was a while.
Yeah, that I should tell you, because it's something that just does not leave me. And your name was called, and you got up on stage, and the band started to do an interlude with Maria, Carlos Santana, Wyclef Jean. And you went about and you're playing and stuff like that, and then you did this riff in the song. But it's not just the riff, it's where the placement of the riff, where it came. And I could not do anything after that. I just had to sit down and listen to you until you were done.
Okay.
And that is one of the memories of you that I have that sticks out, because it spoke so much to not just being able to play, but being able to arrange. Because why would you put a riff there if the original doesn't have a riff there? And so that's your light shining.
That was natural instinct.
Yes.
Because I definitely can't remember what happened at that point.
There was a riff. I would never forget that riff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember at all. I have no memory of.
You know, and since then, you dabbled in so many other things. Culturally, Tobago Heritage Festival, you know, you regionally, internationally, you know, and you just gained so much, not just experience and exposure, but I feel as if your whole perspective changed in terms of, okay, so this is what life is going to give me. How do I navigate? How do I rise?
Correct.
You know, stuff like that.
Yeah. Being on the outside changed me a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, coming back here changed me a lot also, actually. You know, I try not to fall back into certain habits.
Got you.
But it happened. You know, I tried not to fall back into certain habits, but it happened. But being outside taught me a lot. I mean, the level of musicianship is great. I mean, here we have some great musicians.
Yeah, we do.
Right here in Tobago, we have some great musicians.
Yes,
I agree. If you could allow me to name a few.
Yes.
I won't name all, but I will name a few. Justin Kadaya Peter Kim.
Yeah, Justin.
Adrian Moore.
Yes.
Very good. I will advise anybody. I know a lot of people know Justin, but Adrian Moore is a talent that needs to be discovered.
Yes, and harnessed.
Because he's great. He is great. Right? There's a lot more. Arian Moore, Colin Alexander. There's a lot more. Right? These guys are great in what they do. And I think Tobago should recognize these guys a little more. And they themselves should actually do more so they can be recognized.
Yes.
Also.
And what is your take on, because I know you are so passionate about developing the craft, not just for yourself, but for young and upcoming persons, for anyone in the cultural space who wants to evolve. How do you feel about artistic development? Are we doing
I am very big on that. I am very, very, very big on that. I myself would have taught a lot of people in Tobago.
Right.
I would have held my own classes. I would have tried. I would have gone about teaching a lot of young children, also old folks who want to play. And I see the willingness of people, like they want to play.
Yeah.
But I don't think that there are enough programs in Tobago to push such, So I believe that we need to focus a little more on artistic development because there are a lot of people with a lot of potential that needs this avenue. This avenue needs to be put in place for them so they can move up, I believe.
Do you have a favorite genre, or are you so worldly and so holistically involved in music?
I love all.
Every angle, every
I can't
aspect.
choose one because I enjoy playing all. So
yes.
It's kind of hard to choose. No, I can't choose.
You can't choose.
Yeah, I love all. I love all.
Who are some of the persons that stood out on your journey? Your journey through self, through music. Who stood out? If you could name a few, who would you name?
Definitely. My uncle, Andy Wilson.
Yes. Uncle Andy, morning.
Sure. My father. My sister. I mean, I was actually a singer. If anybody knows my sister, Delissa, she would tell you that.
Yes, and good morning to Delissa.
Right? She would tell you that I was a much better singer than her.
Right.
But because of peer pressure, my peers, yeah, Gil, why are you singing? You're singing like a Gil,
Yeah, it was unheard of, yes.
I stopped totally.
Yeah.
Which was foolish, but, who did I stop on? My father, Delissa. I was playing with a band on the outside. Those guys took me, molded me, they broke me right down and brought me straight back up.
Right.
Max, his name is Max, Errol Bowens Jr. and Enrique Contreras. He's a Mexican.
Right.
Those guys broke me down and built me back up into something totally different. Who else would I mention? A lot of people. I can't begin to a lot of bands I would have been around. Flame, for example, I was around Flame. All the bands I would have been around, right? We started our own band. They used to call us the Crap Shots, but we were kind of under them. We were, being mentored by them.
A younger version.
A younger version.
Oh, that's why.
We would play the same music they play. We would do everything just like them. And yeah, that was, I can't name everybody, but a lot of people.
And I know that, this is the thing. Here's the thing about you. The journey that you're taking as a musician is not just a journey for a musician. There's so many layers. So your story is far from finished. Your journey is far from over. In fact, it's never going to be over because you're going to be learning every day. You're going to be evolving as much as possible.
Never stop learning.
Never, it's a never-ending type of journey. But what makes your journey different is the fact that it encompasses so many other aspects that have nothing to do with being a musician. It's the people that you've met. It's the places that you went to, the ventures that you were a part of. And it comes from that upbringing because there's a discipline that you have to have. in order to stay focused. Yeah?
Correct. Being on the outside, there's a discipline you need to have.
Yes.
When I'm here, I must say I break down, like I lose everything that I would have had.
You kind of shift back
shift back into the
the island life.
Correct. But on the outside, it's a totally different, like, I remember being outside and was ready to come back home.
Yeah.
One time. Yeah. I was just to myself. To be honest, I cried. I was ready to come back home because it was so hard to adapt to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Having to play for 9:15, but being there for 8:45. Sorry, 8:30.
And 8:30 means you're already there, and
8:30 means that is the time.
Yes.
To be there.
Yes.
I reached at 8:45, 8:55. I got a warning for being late. So the time that is call time is the time. After coming here, after coming back here, I would have done it once. I realized, wow, this doesn't make sense. I just fell back into.
You kind of fell back.
Yep.
And it's so good that you could admit that, because not many of us can. And we're going to take a break on that note. We have more to talk about with Kashif Wilson when we return. But before we break, let me just mention our trivia question once again. Who was the first Black Devil in Tobago? Or at least one of the first, because there's more than one that would have evoked so much fear in us when we were going to Carnival Monday and Tuesday with our grandparents. I remember all too well seeing those devils and having that money ready to pay them when they come by. So it's a personal experience right now. We're going to be back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you guys.
You know, who would have ever believe Jessica could take care of a child,
I know, right? I'm a kinship foster parent to my nephew Malik.
Papa, you remind me of my grandmother, you know, when she used to take care of my cousins.
If I didn't step in, I don't know where he would have ended up. Plus, I get support from Children's Authority, training, and counseling.
But Jessica, you're not married?
That doesn't matter. Once you have a safe home and you're related to the child, you're good.
So they just gave money to do this?
Yeah, they do give me some money.
So, Auntie, you can buy all that I gave you for me?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Malik, but that money's to take care of you. Okay, smubble up, yes.
I will not try. Mommy, you can buy
No.
Wait, I didn't even finish my sentence.
About Lamborghini, you can get lamb stew for lunch.
Auntie Jessica could only come when you come in, because all them does do is talk people business.
Malakaya Malikole going on the bed.
But mommy, the boy don't even live here.
Yeah, go to your bunkers.
What? Bunkers? Where's that?
I think I'm getting pretty good at this.
So your car break down.
Oh, no, not again.
And you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket, like free roadside assistance. That's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil, where people are people. A member of the Ansa McCall Group.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Ooh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive Collection. Now exclusively available at Standard.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Mamai Lakai Home Services. We specialize in cleaning of carpets and rugs, mattresses, living room and dining room sets, vehicle detailing, cleaning and sanitizing of homes and commercial spaces. We also do landscaping and tree cutting, pressure and power washing, floor care, fumigating and air purifying. You can also call us for professional painting services, babysitting and adult sitting. Call us now 333-4430 at Mamai Lakai Home Services. We take cleaning to another level.
You know, one of the things that I love is the fact that I get to have all these wonderful conversations. I get to really delve in to the layers of the guests who come on the show. My next guest, of course, you guys met him, you know him, and for those of you who don't, well, you'll know him after today. Kashif Wilson, very accomplished musician. Like I said, my brother from another mother. How many years? It's like more than 25.
Yeah,
It's a lot that we've been in the same space. You know, and one of the things that I find is a topic that keeps buzzing around. Now, we mentioned wanting more programs that, you know, are structured or geared towards music, musicianship, you know, artistic development, professionalism, the basic rudiments, you know, being on time, knowing what the space needs, you know, knowing when to choose certain modes of behavior, you know, things like that. You know, and the conversation is so needed in our society today. What is your take on what I just mentioned?
Professionalism.
Yeah.
Right? Let's deal with that. So, professionalism could cover a lot of stuff, right? I believe that I believe that we could be professional here. If I watch at the top, we need to be professional from the top to the bottom. Right? Now, if the top, I'm not making excuses for the bottom, but if the top should be professional, I believe that everybody else will follow. If let's say, for example, we have the THA. Right? The THA have many shows, have many events. So, right? If they have a event, and the event's supposed to start at 10, I believe that they should start at 10. Right?
That's basic.
The event starts at 10.
Yes.
Right? I don't believe I should be walking in at 10:30 and the event still hasn't started yet. I believe that if we are at the show, stuff should be already set up. Stuff should be ready. I shouldn't hear, oh, we ain't have that in us, so well, I could use that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we shouldn't hear that.
I'm laughing because it speaks so candidly to me. It's like I know the lingo.
Yeah,
I know the mode
sometimes
of conversation.
you send a rider and then
Yeah.
I mean, I might get bashed for this, but that's fine, right? You send a rider and then now we don't have that. Only when you reach there. I mean, them kind of things is things that we need to fix.
Definitely.
And we could do it. We could do it. It have good people in place to get it done.
Yeah.
All right. I have good friends inside there who, you know, I know they could get it done because I grew up with them. I know their potential.
Yes.
Right. And I strongly believe it starts at the top. You know, I mean, yes, we at the bottom, we should. We could be self-motivated. You know what I mean? We could take it upon ourselves to be a certain way.
Yeah, and push certain narratives.
Exactly. But I believe at the top, it should start at the top so we could, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, let's try leading by example.
Yeah,
it just might work.
Correct. And we need to work together here, you know. We are too small in this small space.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure I must know everybody in Tobago. Well, nearly. Know everybody. All right? That should show how small we are. We are too small to be bickering. We are too political. We are too small to be so political. We are so political now. Like, we have PNM, we have TPP, you know? And it's just that, like, I know some people that can't give Jack the jacket. You can't say, Fally, you did good. TPP, Fally and TPP did good. You know what I mean? You know, Ansel and Kelvin, you did good. That was a good initiative. I like that. I know a lot of people that can't do that. And what I want to tell people today, sorry to go off in this.
No, you go right ahead because I want to get where you're at. I want to know what you're feeling.
I think that we all should work together. Because one hand can't clap.
Definitely
Two
not.
hands clap.
Yes.
Right? I think that we need to work together and stop the bickering. You know, when I was outside, I used to be outside and watching it, and I used to be like, wow.
Yeah, like, what is going on?
Like, what I'm doing? I was like, what are you doing? You know? And I would just shake my head and go back to what I was doing. Right?
Yeah.
I don't want to leave and how to be doing that. I want to leave and be able to flag my, you know, my flag high. You know, I want to.
Yes, with pride.
Yeah, I want to wave my flag high. You know, I want to. When I go out, I tell everybody. Sometimes listen. I go outside like I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Hear the person. Where is that? They don't even know
where we are.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
So we here fighting, you know, thing, but nobody don't even know us here. You know what I mean? So we need to focus on that. Getting ourselves known, right? We need to stop the bickering.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to go on with this.
No, because
right?
no, it needs to be said because it's very blatant and governing everything that we do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard not to mention that.
The carnival just went.
Yeah.
It was successful. Well, I don't know if it was successful or not. Let me take that back. The carnival just went. I heard it was successful, right? I heard it was successful. If that is the case, like just give Jack the jacket. Like it was successful. Like why do we have to go? Well, me and make that. Okay, it will have people that will lose. It will have people that will win, right? But just, I mean, come on. Oh gosh.
I believe that it was successful, but you see, the thing is, it's infancy stages. This was just the second year.
Correct.
And so there's room
for improvement
and growth.
Right. So I expect growth in the years to come.
Yes.
In years to come, you know. So I just wish that we could stop bickering. We could come together. We could not be so emotional about certain things.
And thin-skinned.
Thin-skinned. You know, as a professional, you can't be thin-skinned. You know?
Yes.
You know, it can't be thin-skinned. I've seen people get. I took my warnings as a man. You know, I got cursed. They cursed me out. I mean, I cried when I went to my room. You know, but I had to get up and deal with it. I had to deal with it. So I wish that we could just come together and make it great, like, because
Yeah.
it have a lot of potential.
So much potential.
So much, I'm telling you.
And we need to tap in. That's the thing. Tapping into the potential is not happening. And if it is, it's not happening fast enough. Like the conversation is not changing fast enough.
Correct. Because as I always say, music saved me from being a block boy, a bad boy, right? I don't like the bad type. I'm not the bad type, but I would have been if I had stayed
Yes.
where I was. When I watch out where I grew up, no, trust me, I would have been. Right? And I went to a certain school the other day and I saw some kind of behaviors and I was like, wow. And I was saying in my mind, I'm sure that music could change that child life. I am sure that it can. And that school I saw like a lot of potential coming out of that school.
Yeah.
That school is Mason Hall Secondary.
Yes,
A
Mason
lot
Hall
of
Secondary.
potential musically
Yes.
coming on from that.
Very artistic.
Yeah,
Art and culture. Yes. Mason Hall, we say blessings to you today. I have seen for myself music, drama,
Mason Hall
painting,
School.
art with canvas and paints and oils and stuff like that. Yes, I agree.
It has a lot of potential. I heard some singing from there, and I know they have a lot of potential. Yeah, so I think they should tap into that. I mean, even myself as a musician should actually visit, and other musicians could go.
Yeah, I think you should go with that initiative because that would have been my next mode of conversation. Like, what is it like? What is the conversation like with regards to music in school? You know,
we need
what is it like? Because when we were there, it was almost non-existent. If your parents chose to send you to a class and you learned the piano or whatever, okay or well. So what is it like from where you sit?
Well, I taught Hammond School for 6 or 5 years.
Right.
And sometimes, there are some students that not really on academics, but they are skilled in other things.
Yes.
Right? And for example, like for my end of term exam, sometimes I'll be like, you know what? This end of term, we're gonna split each class in 2, and we're gonna form a pan side.
Okay. Oh,
and we're going to play for end of term when the parents come to collect the results. That will be after the exam. You will then set up and play for your parents in the courtyard. That was a very, very successful initiative that actually was pulled off, and it was great. The parents came and they saw their kids, playing, and I remember a lady came up to me and she was like, "I can't believe you get my son to play pan." Because he's a miserable boy, you know what I mean? And he was there playing all the notes fast, and it didn't even take us long to grasp that.
Yes.
So that is just an idea for the music teachers in school. That is one thing you could actually look into. Have them playing more, learning the music, the sheet, but have them playing more. Have them playing more and applying what they play, what they learn from the sheet to the instrument. It actually helps in a big way.
This is a wonderful way to end this conversation because I don't even call it an interview. I feel like you and I were just talking and just reasoning together, and it's a wonderful feeling. And we are so happy that you joined us today, Kashif.
No, I'm happy to. Very happy.
But the next time you have to come with your guitar and let's have a nice jam session.
Definitely.
We have singers here, we have singers.
I'm sitting right next to one.
Yeah, we have singers. So next time you come, bring the guitar, let's have a fun time.
Definitely.
And from all families to yours, of course, blessings and peace.
Thanks.
And also success.
Same to you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Kashif. Right about now, guys, let's take a quick break. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. But before we go, our trivia question for today. What was the name of the first black devil in Tobago? There are so many, but you just have to name one of the first. So we'll be back. Your answer when we return. I hope that somebody gets it. But we're going to be right back with our grassroots segment. Adina joins us, and we're going to talk about her life in pageantry. So you guys don't want to miss this. We'll be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
It's a different type of thing down there. Man, we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates. Real questions and honest conversations with the sole aim of keeping you fully in the know. Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates.
Oh my, I told you guys, I told you about, the people that come in, their various stories and experiences, and it really, really makes for such a wonderful experience when you sit with me on Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. And one of the things that I love about this show is being able to speak with persons who are not in the space, but they are sons and daughters of the soil. And they are doing wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things. And, my next guest, Adina Pollard Simon, is one of those persons who is braving that world of pageantry. And what speaks to me as well is the fact that we are mothers, and sometimes we don't feel that we should venture into certain things or certain experiences. And this is not the case for Adina. Adina is actually a part of the what is it? The pageant that is coming up. She's actually a part of that. So it's Miss International. There it is. Miss International Elegant. Yes, it's a mother's pageant. It's for, the full woman, women with experience and, wanting to tell their stories in pageantry. So, Adina, how are you? How are you today?
Good morning,
Hi.
Mrs. Janelle. Oh, how are you? I am very, very good.
It is so wonderful to speak with you because I feel like you're venturing into this wonderful domain and really representing well. And I am so privileged that I have the chance to speak with you. But tell me, what made you want to be a part of this event, of this initiative? Let's start there.
Okay, so again, good morning to Trinidad and Tobago and by extension, all who are listening on this live stream. That is an interesting question that you asked there, Mrs. Francesca Moore. I started pageantry many years ago, and then I would have paused at a certain point to take up directorship and coaching and all of that. And it kept coming at me after my last international, well, before this pageant, in Houston, Texas, which I would have won my title. I decided, okay, I will rest a bit and continue in the coaching vein. And you always hear people saying mothers don't have time for themselves. Mothers only have time for the children. Mothers this, mothers the other. But as I told people, I am living testimony to show that is not true. No matter we always make time for the children, family overall, everything else, but we have to make some time for ourselves. And I said, I like the fact that this pageant is offering that platform for mothers like myself. Even though you have a career or you're a wife or whatever you do as a mother, this is specifically designed for us. I decided here's what I am going to do this, not for Adina alone, but for the red, white, and black, and all the other mothers who are there. So this could motivate and even inspire them to be a part in future after I have moved on to whatever other level.
One of the things, Adina, that really, really stands out is the fact that not only are you venturing into this new experience, but there had to be some things that, were challenging. There had to be things that stood out for you while on the journey, while in the process. What was the first stage of trying out for this experience like for you? Like, what was it like, entering and being a part of in the space for the first time? What was that like?
When you said venting into this particular pageant, are you asking?
Yes.
All right. What stood out for me is the fact that the theme of the show, which is next year, 2024, it's the foundation of motherhood, right? And the objective of the event is to embrace, recognize, and empower mothers around the globe. Now, the show has originated from St. Martin, because there's a Dutch and there's a French. Through the pageantry, what they are doing, they are uplifting us as mothers, right? For our strength and our humanitarian gift of giving life as a mother, right? I mean, there's so many things that mothers sometimes don't get recognized for and inspired by. What I love about the pageant, it has, it recognized mother figures and role as because we are role models for our children,
Yes.
right? Overall mankind. And I mean, we are blessed with a gift that the Almighty has blessed us with as being able to produce and multiply
Yes.
the precious children and the woman, which is unique for me and special in this world, right? We most time as mothers are the backbone of families. I can attest to that, right? Having to play a role at some point in time after the passing of my deceased husband, I had to still be the backbone with my sons and grand, and I mean for myself overall, right? So these are the reasons why I decided to be a part of this organization after being, of course, selected and appointed to represent. To me, overall, mothers, we are the center of the universe, right? We are the driving force who keep our family running. We are like the motor in a vehicle.
Yes, we are. And I like the fact that you 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 are very expressive about the role that a mother plays, bringing that to the forefront and being so, so secure and so confident in your belief as a woman and as a mother. And it's so wonderful that we have this form of pageantry that speaks to that, that is able to, include our mothers, our women, the women who sacrifice, the women who have to fight for us, the women who bring us into this world. And, I find myself always having to go back to that narrative because it's such a wonderful thing. It's a choice that your mothers make, that we make as mothers to bring our children into the world. And that's a wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful thing. And I love the fact that you are a part of this pageant. I love the fact that you took the steps and that you are there and you are representing and representing well. What were some of the things that you had to, what were some of the events that you had to be a part of, or the forms of expressing yourself? Was there any talent segment or question and answers, anything like that you had to?
So what is happening? The pageant is going to be on the 27th of April, 2024 in Guyana. How will we reach there? It will be the 7th year of the show. The show, as I said, originated from St. Martin. So 10 countries are competing as we speak, including Trinidad and Tobago. What happens is whichever country that captures the crown and title, the show is being held there the following year. So, of course, Miss Guyana, which is our reading queen, Mrs. Alicia Best Anderson, the director for that brand, his name is Mr. David Williams. He's doing an excellent job. I commend him. What happened? We have, of course, before you are selected, you have to fill out the application form. There's a process, there's a committee, and the decision is made. When they do satisfy with the requirements and criteria, you are contacted and the journey begins. We have all of the delegates along with the chaperone, because a chaperone is mandatory. There's 5 categories which we'll be competing in. There's an opening wear, there's the African wear, there is also talent. We have a traditional cultural wear, also yes, we have the elegant evening gown, which is my favorite part of all.
Yeah, mine too.
Yes, we are being prejudged. We are being prejudged. We have Sunday Best. That is one of the, I'm excited for all of them, but I never did a Sunday Best in a category.
Right.
There's a lot of, I must say it is well organized in terms of the way it's structured. So we are prejudged from now. We are part of a group virtually. There are assignments which are given to us. what I love the fact as well is there's a lot of things that speaks to me in pageantry, and as a mother, this is unique, where we are allowed a certain amount of chaperones, but there is one mandatory that leaves with, I'm supposed to be in the country in Guyana on the 22nd of April. So all these things are part of it. And by the grace of God, when and if I capture the crown and title, of course, we can have the show in Trinidad and Tobago in 2025.
Oh yes, and I speak it, because I'm loving your energy. I'm loving, the way that you are passionate about what you're going to do, and of course, we wish you all the best, every happiness, every blessing, and of course, every success in what you're endeavoring to do with regards to the pageant. For persons who want to get involved or maybe looking to be a delegate for next year, could you just walk us through the process? Just reiterate, where would they get the form, which site would they go to, and that sort of thing.
Okay, so the persons who would be interested, once the show comes to Trinidad and Tobago, there is an application form, there's the site. They have to Miss International Elegant Models Pageant, that is on Facebook, and it will walk you through. There's everything there. You click on it, and it will take them to the website. It gives you all the criteria, the questions and answers, and of course, there's the persons who they can contact. All right. Of course, what I would like to add as well, we're asking about the different. We already have in my possession, I call it the pageant directory. I already have an itinerary which will take me through the days that we will be there, 8 days prior to the show, if I'm correct. Have protocol meetings, press release. We have media releases as well, radio station, television interview. We have cocktail. Of course, there's a whole range of stuff along with our chaperones. And one of the prerequisites that I like, you have to be worthy no to pageant. You have to be prejudged on obedience, punctuality, manners, your conduct, your behavior, your elegance, of course, the way you communicate. There's 14 awards in terms of Miss Congeniality, Miss Popularity. So I encourage diaspora. I'm thankful. If you go to the page, you would see myself and some of my sisters, because it's a sisterhood, even though we are mothers, we are all sisters to each other. I could call out a few of the country. Of course, the host country, Guyana. We also have British Virgin Island. We have St. Vincent, Grenada. We have Curacao. There is the Bahamas, St. Lucia. The list goes on. And of course, Trinidad and Tobago. So I have, when we were released, we are revealing the country on the page right now. The same Miss International Elegant Models Pageant page. You can check it out on Facebook. You can also check out Adina Pollard Simon. I am on Facebook as well, but my official page will be released soon on all the media platforms. Of course, persons can leave messages there for any queries of the show. But I would like to encourage Trinidad and Tobago, because I used to live in Tobago at one point in time. We are Twin Island Republic. I would really like to see this flag, because it will be on a live stream. I can give you all more information as the time proceeds. So we are behind the scenes doing a lot of preparations. Things are happening. I have appearances. In fact, today is my first official appearance with you all, revealing on media. So I thank you all so much for having me. And as the coming days, people could stay posted and look out for what will be happening with your Miss Trinidad and Tobago representatives.
Yes. And we are all behind you. We love the fact that you are willing to do this. You are willing to be a part of what is happening. It's history in the making, and it's also very life-changing. So we thank you so much for being with us. We thank you for taking the time to sit with me. And, you know, all the best in what you endeavor to do, and success in your pageantry, because you are definitely a winner. You're already a winner in our books. And you take that with you. Yes, and you take that Trinbago pride with you as well, and nothing can stop you. Yes?
Of course, of course.
Yes. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I thank you as well.
You are most welcome.
For having me this morning.
You are most welcome, and all the best to you. So guys, that is it. That is it for Brunch, a Taste of Tobago on this beautiful Friday on the island of Tobago. Before we wrap, let me just give you our trivia question once again. What was the name of one of the first black devils in Tobago? The answer is dun dun dun, Abyssinia. Yes, Abyssinia coming down. Yes, I remember those days. Yes, with those devils, and that red, they have those red mouth. They had this red paint kind of look in their mouth, and their eyes were all red. Yes, and coming for the money. Yes, these are vivid memories. So the answer, guys, Abyssinia, one of the first black devil masqueraders on the island of Tobago. And that's it for Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. We will see you guys again next week, Monday. Join us for wonderful conversations. Join us for uplifting and empowering and wonderful guests who are going to be visiting us. We say farewell for now. We say blessings to you for now. Peace, love, and light. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.